Good afternoon. It's a bright and sunny day, and I'm standing in the middle of Drumbo village. This is the iconic pump that has been here since it says 1900 down at the bottom there. And the village itself has actually been here an awful lot longer, probably dating from pre-Christian times. It was, as you can see, a very, very good defensive point. Probably was a rath up here, probably was a monastery where the church and the graveyard are now, and can be approached from so many different directions here. So many different names. The front road, back road, Lever Road, Mealock Road, Rural Cottages, Pine Hill. I remember all these names because a lot of the kids that I taught, and then Titterington Gardens, of course, a lot of the kids that I taught would have come from Drumbo, and of course they came from Drumbo Primary School, which is now closed, and they also came from Carr Primary School. I don't know whether it's still in operation or not. I remember Mr. Crichton at Carr Primary School, which he was a great laugh, so he was. Brilliant wee village, set in the middle of very, very rich farmland. And as I say, a lot of our kids came from it. And they were good kids, they were farm kids. Generally speaking, they were good kids, 90% of them. And if I can remember back, now all these kids didn't come from Drumbo village as it is, but they came from the environs of Drumbo, so we just classified them as Drumbo people. I'm thinking back away to whenever I started at Newtownbreda High School. People like the Adams. There was Samuel Adams, and then there was a sister, Rosemary. That's right, Rosemary Adams. Who could forget Rosemary? And then there were people like Ruth McCune, and then there was the Crofts, and then there was who could ever forget? Who could ever forget the Willises? And then there was Big Davy Trimble. I remember Big Davy Trimble, good guy. And then Mulholland's, Big Andrew, and you wonder what became of all these people. And then there was the Stevensons, and then there was the Allisons. There was Mark and his younger brothers. Don't think his sister ever came to us. And then there was Alan Dorman. And then there was Diane Dorman, and good kids, really good kids. And there was Sandy Dixon, and a sister, I can't remember her first name. And there was the Edgars, the two Edgar girls, lovely girls. Remember them well. And then there was the Porters. There was a big family of Porters. They were very horsey people, and there's a lady just stopped there and spoke to me, and it's one of my old ex-pupils, Mandy Kirkwood, and I taught Stephen, her cousin, as well. He plucked turkeys, I remember, and Mandy was a great girl. That was nice. And you know, as I'm standing here, more and more names are coming back to me. There was Jonathan Clark. And Johnny and I used to have great conversations. And then there was Mark Keenan. And Mark Keenan never shut up. He was like a budgie. He just talked and talked. But he was harmless like. And then of course, out of Drumbo, can any good thing come out of Drumbo? There was Vice Principal William Gordon, who still lives around here. Those were good times. All those years ago. If I've left people out that you know came to Newtownbreda, I apologise, but I just can't remember. Just across the street there where that red door is, I think that was the post office, and there was a wee sweetie shop in there. But of course that's closed as well. Why they ever closed the primary school? Well, falling numbers they claim, but whenever you close the primary school and whenever you close the local post office, you kick the heart out of the community. And probably because of new housing and all the rest of it, it could probably support a primary school now. But those are fond memories of Drumbo and some of the kids that I remember. Well, these are the views that you're getting right over the city, over towards the Black Mountain and Cave Hill over on the right, and Black Mountain, Davis just here. So it's a brilliant location.